What is up, guys? Today is March 14th, 2015, and today I've got something pretty cool to show you guys. So obviously I've got a new fire alarm panel here to replace the old MS2. This is a Simplex 4005. Yep, that's right. I got myself a 4005. Pretty neat. I've kind of always wanted this panel. This has been a kind of a panel I've kind of always wanted to have. And some of you may be wondering, how did I get my hands on a 4005 when, like, how did I end up with a 4005 when I usually work with 4004 and stuff, and the other small panels. And to be honest, I found this thing on eBay for $100 plus $30 for shipping because it was UPS, and I just talked to my dad about it, and I just couldn't pass it up. Because I was already trying to find a new panel, and this was on my list of panels to consider, and here it is. I don't think anyone else bid on this panel. This is what he had it listed as. He put this sticker on, which I'll be taking off eventually. The seller put this sticker on, Simplex Fire Alarm Control Monitor. That's what he was calling it. Not a control panel, but a control monitor, and I don't think that's why anyone else found it. But I don't think the seller had, too much idea of like what he was selling. But basically, I bought this from an electrical surplus store on eBay in like Tennessee. So this was obviously installed in a building, sold to the surplus company, and now it's here. So yeah. So this panel came with, here, I'll just go over the front really quick. I'm sure we've all seen the outside of a 4005, pretty basic. Still got this sticker on it to sign up for your Simplex monitoring, which I'm obviously not going to need. This panel also did come with a key, Simplex B key, obviously, even though I've already got a Simplex B key, obviously. This one, I think I'm going to hang on to this one. This one is pretty interesting. The top is all browned off, and the bottom is almost like new, so that kind of makes me think that this may have been just, stuck in the panel all its life, like that, and it was just like kept like that. So that's kind of interesting. Let's open it up. On the inside, you got your stickers, and yeah, you got the two basic stickers here that you find on the inside of a 4005. And then you got two extra stickers here stating where it was installed and do not remove by order of the state fire marshal. This one fell off, so I had to tape it back on. This is obviously installed, and you can see from the sticker it was installed in 2003. And the job that was done was to replace the fire alarm panel. So that means this was a replacement panel to replace a different panel. And that's, I pretty commonly find 4005s replacing old systems. I'm not sure why the 4005 is such a popular option as a replacement panel, but you will commonly see systems with old Simplex 2901 horns and 2903 strobe light plates and 4251-20 pull stations on a 4005 system because the old panel crapped out and they replaced it with the 4005. I commonly see that. Then over here you've obviously got the guts of the panel, the CPU, the LCD screen, the buttons. The 4005 came like with a dialer card, a DACT built on, like DACT or whatever you want to call it. Obviously I'm not going to be using this, but I'm not sure if I'll keep it on or I'll sell it. Over here you got the power supply, and over here I've got the one card that I've got. This panel did come with 4 cards. I'll explain that in just a minute. But again, there's your overview of the circuit boards. Something I did have to repair, like right off the bat before I plugged this panel in, was the grounding wire here. The old grounding wire was snapped, so I just had a spare wire from my elevator panel, which already had this connector thing crimped on. And then I just crimped on it. I cut the wire short, stripped it, and crimped on a second one at the end to create my new grounding wire here. And I used a wrench to tighten that on. So as a small repair I had to do before I powered the panel on. So how the 4005 works, unlike most other panels, this is a card-based panel. It's a very computerized panel, but it also uses cards which plug into it, so you can like build the system like how you want. And the default 4005, like this one, comes with a card that has 5 card slots in it. This panel came with 5. This is like one of the cards here. This panel came with 4 cards altogether. It came with a knack card with 4 knacks on it, and it came with 2 zone cards, each with 4 zones on it. So altogether, this panel had 10 zones, 8 knacks, which is quite a lot actually. Unfortunately, due to how the seller packaged everything in the panel, he didn't even package the cards up individually, which he should have done, and placed them separate from the panel. They were just, when I opened the panel, they were just like floating around freely in the panel, and due to that, due to the bouncing around from the shipping and everything, 2 out of the 4 cards, they broke. They had components snapped off of them that you would have to resolder those parts back on. Which so I just decided to recycle those 2 cards. The knack card was a like different story. I found some burn marks on it, which kind of concerned me. And then doing upon a closer inspection of the main panel itself, the main of the power distribution card, which is the card in other words that the smaller cards plug into, I found this. That is a burn mark. I'm not sure how it got there or anything. You can see the rest of the slots are fine. No problem with them. But that's a burn mark right there. So I'm not sure, again, I have no idea how that got there. But I think I can safely assume that this whole card slot is screwed. So because the other 3 cards were completely burned out or like broken, this is the only card I had left. This is a combination like knack and zone cards. This has 2 knack inputs, 2 zone inputs, and basically this is pretty much like all I need, because obviously I've got a pretty small system here. I'm just going to be making these floor system tests, and pretty soon the system will be going up on the wall. So really, I like don't need any other cards. So actually, this is actually the perfect card for me if I can figure out like how to get it going. I'll show you that in a minute. Just 2 zones, 2 knacks works great, and I'm gonna assume that the rest of these slots work fine. Slots 2 through 4, I'm sure they work fine. And currently, I've just got this like plugged into the optional slot 5, and the panel is detecting it correctly, but I'll show you that in a minute. So on the LCD screen here, I'll let the camera focus in on that. On the LCD screen here, we've got darn it, it's not easy to see, but the panel has 4 troubles on it. There we go. The panel has 4 troubles on it. The first trouble is, let's go into acknowledge. It's got a system time and date trouble. That trouble always pops up when you restart, when you plug in a 4005, I believe. When it's powered down, I believe the time and date always gets deleted from it. Trouble 2 is the battery. Obviously, I don't have batteries plugged in. I'm not sure if I'm going to use these batteries yet. I think they're 32 amp hour batteries, and this thing can only take 18 amp hour batteries. And you know, it was the same case with the 4004, but the 4004 like handled those batteries just fine. But you know, I'm not sure about plugging them into the 4005. I just don't want to like wreck this expensive panel. Trouble 3 is the earth ground input. You know, I thought I fixed this wire correctly, but it may also be because I don't have the earth wire plugged in down there into that 3rd terminal there. I'm not sure like how to properly like ground this thing, but I'll have to figure out like how to do that so I can clear that trouble. And finally, the 4th trouble I don't understand too well. IO card 5, 2 input, 2 output, wrong card. Basically, I got the level 4 access code for this panel. It was actually the like default code. The code was like defaulted before this was sent to me. Either that or they always use the default code, which is good, because if I did not have the default password, I would have to go through a lot to get the level 4 access password. So I got the level 4 access password. It was the default, and I was able to go in and delete all the other cards from it. And basically, when I plugged this card in and like added it to the system, it's saying I've got the wrong card. I like programmed it as a 2 input, 2 output card. That's like what the card is. It's got two zone inputs, 2 NAC outputs, so that makes sense. Like none of the other options in there like matched the description of this card. So I'm not sure why it's saying it's the wrong card. I'm not sure if it has like something to do with that burn mark. I'm not sure if that affected the rest of the slots. That's why it's saying it's the wrong card. I'm not sure if this card is like damaged in some way, and I just don't see it. But chances are it's just a like programming error on my part. But I'm like talking to New Age Server Alarm on the Fire Panel forums. Currently, the forum site is like down. It's been down for about 2 days now, which is really bugging the crap out of me. The Fire Panel forums is down, and I'm not sure why. It just says for like maintenance and stuff. So as soon as that's up, I'll like message Andrew and I'll tell him that I got the panel. I'll explain to him my problem and stuff, why it's saying like wrong card for that. I'm not sure why it's saying that. So there you guys go for now. That's all I've got to say about this panel. I'm not sure when you guys can expect the next floor system test with this panel. Hopefully pretty soon. And also because this cabinet is so darn huge, like maybe I'll see if we can get this, get my system up sooner. Because it's going to kind of bother me, like having this huge panel sitting here, you know. I had no idea how big this thing was. This thing is huge and it is very heavy. But it is still a very good panel. I am very excited about this panel. For once, it's a it's a quality panel. Like hopefully it won't poop out on me too fast. So there you guys go. Thanks for watching, and expect some updates of this thing and some tests in the next few weeks. So that'll be it.